All right, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good evening or good afternoon, everybody, and welcome on into another cast of Phillies play-by-play baseball. My name is Jason Joseph. This is play-by-play with JJ. First pitch underway, and it is fouled off. All right, so we're underway, and that's what happens when we throw the first pitch. So it's no balls, one strike. Gleyber Torres is up to bat. The Yankees taking on the Phils. And the 0-1, swing and a miss. And Torres goes after a changeup. Cristopher Sanchez is on the hill. We'll get to the lamps in just a little bit. Just got home, so bear with me for a second. I've been running around today, doing a lot of things. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch, and that's up high for a ball. Then after this, we got to dive right into the men's basketball game as well. That's what we're doing. So we're probably going to be a little bit late for that. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the next pitch swung on and missed, and Gleyber Torres strikes out. And there's 1 gone. And now my stream deck's not even working. Great. Great. Good stuff. All right. So there's a strikeout. So it's Torres, Soto, Judge, Stanton, Chisholm, Volpe, Verdugo, LeMahieu, and Narvaez. And Nestor Cortes will be on the mound today for the Yankees. And the pitch to Juan Soto is taken all the way for a ball. All right. Why is the stream deck not working? What the heck's going on? 1 ball, no strikes, and the next pitch, and that is chopped foul. Phillies defensively from 1 through 9. Got Cristopher Sanchez on the mound. Behind the plate, it'll be Garrett Stubbs. Over at first, it'll be Bryce Harper. And then after that, it'll be Alec Bohm over at third. Wes Wilson's over at second base. And the 1-1 is swung on and missed. At shortstop, it'll be Edmundo Sosa. Left fielder is Austin Hayes. Right fielder is Nick Castellanos. And the center fielder is Johan Rojas. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Juan Soto, and the next pitch swung on, lifted out towards center field, and Rojas will track it down, turn over the shoulder, and make the catch. And there is the second out of the inning. So Soto flies out to center. What's up, Hunter? How you doing? What is up, my boy Hunter? Is the chat working? Testing 1, 2, 3. Can I see your chat? There we go. Okay, good. Bot Rex just joined. Good stuff. 2 outs. And the pitch on the way, and that's taken for a strike. So the home plate umpire for this afternoon will be Ryan Blackney. Then it's Jim Wolf over at first. Alan Porter's at second, and Sean Barber's the third base umpire. 0-1 pitch. That's in the dirt for a ball. Sanchez, as we just mentioned, is on the hill for Philadelphia. Is a 3.03 ERA and 91 strikeouts. 1-1, swing and a foul ball. Also has a 1.26 whip and is 7-6 on the season. Judge playing out in center today. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And Cristopher Sanchez gets a 1-2-3 inning. And we go to the bottom of the first. The Phillies are coming up to bat. All right, so bear with me as we continue to do this. Going to get off to a little bit of a slow start today because we just got home. Been running around today. Yeah, it's been a very, very crazy day. And had a late night last night, too. So we're on the grind, man. The grind don't stop. And we got a doubleheader today. And then I got some more work to do tonight. So, but that's how it goes, man. That's how it goes. LeMahieu is over at first. And then who is playing at catcher? It's Narvaez. Narvaez is catching, right? Carlos Narvaez. What's up, Scott? How you doing, man? How you doing, dude? All right, Phillies lineup will look like this. It'll be Kyle Schwarber batting in the leadoff spot. Austin Hayes is batting in the two hole. Then it's Bryce Harper hitting third, Alec Bohm fourth, and then you got Castellanos batting fifth, Sosa hitting sixth, Wes Wilson batting seventh, Garrett Stubbs eighth will be catching, and then Yohan Rojas is out in center field, and he is batting in the 9 spot. So Schwarber, Hayes, Harper, Bohm, Castellanos, Sosa, Wilson, Stubbs, and Rojas. That is the lineup for the Phils. Comment your final score predictions down below. What are you going to go with today? Sorry, I didn't have time to raise a poll question. I did not get to do that. We'll do it in a little bit. Sosa, Wilson, Stubbs, and then Rojas. All right. Phillies are in their cream tops, cream bottoms, and they have their new IBX logos on the right near the elbow. The ball is 1 strike, and the pitch on the way, and that is swung on and fouled. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. We're on the grind here, man, so we don't stop. We did a triple header on Monday. We did an 8-hour stream yesterday, and today we're doing 6 hours, so at least. So please hit the subscribe button. We're giving you the best type of content that we can. The 0-2 on the way, and that is swung on and missed. Would just really, really appreciate that. Tomorrow the Phillies have an off day, but we're not off. We're doing 2 Olympic Games tomorrow. So, bear with us for that too. Pitch to Hayes. That's taken for a ball. Novanik says 5-3 Phils. Who just said 4-1? Braves champs. 4-1. Yankees win. All right, let's continue to go. 2 balls, no strikes, and the 2-0 pitch, and that misses down low for ball 3. Cortes is 29 years old, has a 4.13 earned run average, and has struck out 116 batters as well. 3-0, that's taken all the way for a strike. Austin Hayes is 5 for 22 lifetime against Nestor Cortes. 3-1 pitch, and Hayes fouls that one back. His helmet almost came off of his head. Yeah, Cortes is tricky. Yeah, but I heard you say that. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The count is full. There's 1 out in the bottom of the first, and the 3-2 on the way, and that is just fouled off by Hayes. Have some other games going on right now. You got Rays and Marlins. It's 2-1 Tampa Bay in the top of the 3rd. Then it's Baltimore hosting the Toronto Blue Jays with no score. Orioles have a runner on over at first. Donna says she's going to go with 6-2 Phils. Nice. Very, very nice. He just wants some time to just adjust himself. Readjust. He calls for time. Why is this not moving? 3-2 on the way. Fly ball hit out over to left field, and on the run to make the catch out in left field for the first out of the inning will be Alex Verdugo. He made a really good catch and took away an extra base hit from Austin Hayes. It was a good piece of hitting as well, and Verdugo just made some really good extension. It went to the heel of the glove, and then it went to the tippy top. So 2 up, 2 down, and Bryce Harper is up to bat. See the Harper emojis. Come on, man. Wake up, chat. The pitch. That's taken for a strike. If you want to become a member, you're more than welcome to do so. Memberships are available. They're $2.99 a month. You get access to really cool emojis. You get exclusive videos as well, and you also get early access to podcasts too. 1-0, and that's taken for a strike. One ball, one strike to Bryce Harper. And the next pitch is a sweeper that is low and away. Bryce's average now down to 278. Did not have a good night last night for Philadelphia. Ended up going 0 for 5. He's 0 for 9 in this series. And 1 for his last 16. Pitch. That's fouled away. If we're just looking at the last 4 games. He's really 1 for his last 25. 2-2 pitch. Check swing. Did Harper go? And they say no over at third base. He's hitting 161 in the month of July. Payoff pitch to Harper. Swung on and missed. He got a high fastball. And that's the end of the inning. So 1-2-3, bottom of the first. We head to the top of the second. Yankees and Phillies, no score. All right. Hi there, everybody. What's going on? How many people do we have tuning in? Let's see. See how many people we got. We have 87 people tuning in. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. We have 23 likes. Come on, man. 87 people and only 23 likes. Come on, man. Just hit that thumbs up button. It's not so hard. That's all you got to do. What's up, Denbrew? How you doing, man? How are you doing? What's going on? My apologies that I did not do a post-game last night. I was so drained. I mean, I'm getting used to like this new routine of doing like 2 to 3 games a day. Yesterday we only did 1 game, but we did 2 streams for 8 hours total. And so I'm kind of getting used to that. So I do apologize. Kind of ran a little bit out of gas last night, and I usually don't like to say that, but I did. But yeah. So remember, after this game, we got the U.S. men's basketball game, which does start at 3 o'clock. We're going to be late, but it is what it is. You know, we'll do it right after this game is done. It'll be on another stream, and we'll just have to copy and paste it. So, all right, here we go. Cristopher Sanchez will be out there to pitch the top of the second. Phillies money line today is at -120. Yankees are at -106. After this, the Phillies will be on their West Coast road trip. They have the off day tomorrow. All right. So now Giancarlo Stanton's coming up to bat. And he'll lead off the bottom, or the top of the second. And the pitch, and that is low and inside for a ball. Stanton batting .242. He did come into last night's game very late in extras. And the pitch is slapped foul. Sanchez with pitch number 15. And it's outside for ball 2. Two balls, one strike. Sanchez kicks, steals, and the pitch. Line drive it out over to left field, and that's going to be in there for a base hit. So Sanchez allows a single to a Stanton. Leadoff single. And he pulled it and roped it out to left. And a fastball right down the middle. Beautiful day out at the bank. Not a lot of clouds in the sky. And Stanton will lead off over at first. And here's Jazz Chisholm, who has had a pair of homers in each of his last 2 games against the Phils. In the pitch, line drive it out over to center field. And, of course, it drops in for a base hit. And Stanton's going to stop on over at second base. And Jazz just continues to rake against Philadelphia. Drove in 5 runs last night. And he has really been scorching the baseball. now on a 4-game hitting streak, and overall in this series has 6 hits in a matter of 11 at-bats. 4 homers and 8 RBI. That's a pretty good stat line. Here we go. Volpe is up to bat. And the pitch, and that's low for a ball. Carrie and Tracy, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate it. Welcome on in. Welcome on in to the play-by-play with JJ community. 1 ball, no strikes. Sanchez looks back over at second, and now back to the plate. And the pitch, and that is low for a ball. Don't know. They don't usually tell us until like the 7th inning, my guy. Orioles just got 2 runs in their bottom of the first, thanks to a Ryan Mountcastle 2-run triple. 2 balls, no strikes in the pitch, and that is fouled off. Yankees, when you take a look at how they're doing in the standings, they're about a half game behind Baltimore. So they're probably not happy that the Orioles are winning. Red Sox are 7 games back behind the Yankees and Baltimore. And the Rays are 8.5 games back. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch, and that's low for ball 3. Marlins just got their lead back. They were down 2-1. And Jake Berger hit a 2-run homer, and Edwards had a sac fly. 3-1. That's fouled back towards the screen. So in case you are just tuning in, my name is Jason Joseph. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, right? And we're also doing the Olympics. So this is our busiest time of year. We also do podcasts on here as well. We've been going on for 20 months, man. 20 months, and look at where we've gotten to. 3,640 subscribers. It's all thanks to you guys. We're putting in the work, but y'all have really made this an incredible Philly freak community. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the payoff pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Big strikeout by Sanchez, and there's 1 gone here in the top of the 2nd inning. All right, so Anthony Volpe strikes out, and there's 1 away. All right, we're at 108 people on here. How many likes do we have? Did we get to the 108 mark? I doubt it. We're at 39 now. Hit the thumbs up button. Pitch on the way, and that's low for a ball. Came at 94 miles per hour to Alex Verdugo. Verdugo was batting in the leadoff spot throughout the first 2 games. And Gleyber Torres is in the leadoff spot today. The 1-0 inside for ball 2. Phillies are 7.5 games above the Atlanta Braves, and they're 8 games above the New York Mets. Damn, if that's a spoiler, that's a warning. 2 balls, no strikes, and the pitch. And that's on the outside corner for a strike. I didn't know if that was a spoiler or not. Five seconds left on the pitch clock. Verdugo in the box. And the pitch. And that's on the outside edge for strike 2. Man, we need 10 more subs to get us to 3650. That's awesome. That's so awesome, man. There's Rob Thompson in the Phillies dugout. Not so happy with how they played last night. Sanchez will deliver from the stretch again. And here we go, the 2-2, and that's bounced foul towards the first base side. Sanchez in his last outing that he pitched. Okay, I got you. No worries. No worries, man. Sanchez allowed 3 earned runs in his last outing against the Guardians in a matter of 6 innings. 2-2 on the way. Just misses outside for ball 3. In the month of July, he has a 5.82 ERA and 21 2/3. In June, he had a 1.64 earned run average. Two runners on, one out, and the 3-2 pitch barely misses down low, and a good at-bat by Verdugo, and that's going to load the bases. That was just a couple of inches away from being a called strike 3. And Sanchez did not get the call there. It was a good frame, too, by Stubbs. Just missed. Not by much. That's about as close as it gets. At third is Stanton. At second is Chisholm. And at first, it's Verdugo. Now it's DJ LeMahieu, who's been struggling this season, and he looks at the slider all the way for strike one. Just catches the plaque. DJ has hit 2 grand slams in his career, but he's 0 for 2 with the bases loaded this season so far. 0-1 misses outside for a ball. Robo-umps, I mean, that was technically a ball. 50-50 strike-to-ball ratio in this inning by Cristopher Sanchez on 20 pitches. So if you do the math, that's 10 balls and 10 strikes. 1-1 pitch, fly ball, hit out over towards left field, and that's going back to the track, and it is gone. Or are they going to rule it as a double for now? LeMahieu is going to go on over to second base, and 3 runs are going to come on in to score. I thought that it cleared. I really did. I really thought that it cleared. Calitre's going over to the phones. That should be a grand slam, because it looked like it went right on into the first row. Nonetheless, the Yankees get 3 runs, and the umpires are going to gather together and have a discussion on what the call is going to be. So LeMahieu is over at second base, standing up. Looked like he had a line drive homer that just went into the first row. The question is, did the fan reach over the rail? That's the question. Nonetheless, it is a bases clearing double, though, as it stands for now. Let's see again if it went on over the wall. Did the fan reach over? Maybe. It's literally a game of inches. Can they, draw a line to see where the rail is and if the fan reached? I mean, there could certainly be an argument, I guess, that it could go either way. All right, so it's ruled as a grand slam. The call's overturned. There's LeMahieu going to go over to third. LeMahieu's already at third, and they're waving him to come home. So it is a grand slam, and the call is overturned. All right, so it's 4-0 New York on a grand slam hit by DJ LeMahieu. And Carlos Narvaez will be coming up to bat. Darn. One out, top of the second. And the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss to Carlos Narvaez. Narvaez batting .250. Hasn't homered, hasn't had an RBI this season. The ball is 1 strike. And the pitch. And that's a foul ball. Guys, I'm not taking this today. I mean, it's a bad start so far. But if you're just giving up, don't watch. Really, I'm not taking it today. Come on. You have a right to be mad, but I'm not taking that today. The 0-2. That's outside for a ball. 1-2 pitch. Grounder. Hit over to third base. Bohm has it. Throws it over to first. And it's in time for out number 2. What's up, Snowman? How you doing, man? How you doing, dude? 4-0 New York, top of the second. LeMahieu at his first grand slam of the season. 2 gone, and the pitch by Sanchez. Line drive, leaping catch by Alec Bohm. And the inning is over. However, DJ LeMahieu gets a grand slam to put the Yankees up 4-0, and we head to the bottom of the second. All right. So that is that. Line out over to third. Imagine being a perv. Dude, I'm not in the mood for this. Come on, man. Where's my mod squad at? Okay. Okay, got him. Where's my mods at? Huh? Where did my mods go? All right. There we go. My name's Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Love each and every one of you, man. We go to the bottom of the second. It's 4-0 New York. Phillies are down by 4. In this inning, they'll send Bohm, Castellanos, and Sosa up to the plate. Justin Crawford went 2 for 4 yesterday for the Reading Titans, with 2 runs scored. Ever since being called up to Reading, he's batted .333. 11 for 33 at the plate. The pitch. That's taken outside for a ball to Alec Bohm. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. And that is taken all the way for a strike. Nestor Cortes on the bump for New York. Left-handed pitcher from Florida. San Jose de las Lajas, Florida. And the pitch. And that is fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-2 to Bohm. Way outside for ball 2. Bohm's average is now at .293. In this series, well, he's just 2 for 10 with an RBI. 2-2 on the way. Grounder rolled over towards the right side, and it's gobbled up, and the throw over to first is in time for out number 1. And there is the first out of the inning. Thelma says, I'll be positive, JJ. The Phillies will bounce back. It's not that you can't be negative. It's just, like, try to... The thing is that, like, the first pitch to Casty, and that's taken for a strike. Today, like, I just, like, don't want to hear, like, in the bottom of the first that the game is over. That's, like, what I don't want to hear. The 0-1, that's way outside for a ball. Because it takes the fun out of it. It really does, you know? One ball, 1 strike in the pitch. And that's up high for ball 2. That was DJ's 3rd career grand slam that he's had. The 2-1 pitch to Casty. And there's a little looper hit out over to left field, but they'll be caught by Verdugo. And there's out number 2. Yeah, but it sucks the life out of you. It does. And, like, I understand that, obviously, the team's not doing well now. But it's, like, extremes, like, on both sides. Like, oh, this team's going to win a championship. No. Like, that's a little bit extreme. Like, when people were being really positive in the beginning. And it's like, the extreme negative. The pitch, and that's fouled back. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bottom of the second inning. Two gone. Nobody on base. Cortes will kick and deliver to Sosa, and he swings and misses at the cutter that was up high. According to John Stolness, at this point, the Yankees entered the series 8-13 and 12-22 in their previous 34 games. One ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Bottom of the second. Nobody on base. And the 1-2 is in the dirt for a ball. More empty seats today because it's an afternoon game. It is July 31st. Game got started at 12:35 p.m. The 2-2 pitch, and that is skied over towards the first base side. LeMahieu says he has it, and he'll squeeze it and tumble and make the catch. And the inning is over. All right, so we go to the top of the third inning. It's 4-0. Yeah. Today I'm not having it. I'm not dealing with the trolls today. So if you are trolling the chat and I see that, you're gone. I'm not having it today. Yankees fans are everywhere, especially on the East Coast. Well, the Philly fans are everywhere too. They travel pretty well. Yankees fans do travel. But so do the Phillies fans. Make sure y'all like and subscribe and hit the notification bell icon too. And that way you know when we go live. The series has been really funky, honestly. It seems like that both teams have really been struggling. And last night was just a struggle fest. Not a slug fest, a struggle fest. I think that's a really good term to use. It was like, who was going to struggle until the very bitter end? And the Phillies technically won because they struggled more than the Yankees did. But that's how it went. These teams did face each other back in the 2009 World Series. So obviously they have some history with each other. Yankees ended up winning the World Series, and Hideki Matsui won World Series MVP. All right, so Juan Soto is up to bat. We're in the top of the third inning. And the pitch, and that is way outside and low for a ball. Remember, you guys are more than welcome to hit the super chat icon. Any donation is a plus. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. And it's now a 1-1 count. Phillies have played the Yankees 41 times, or 43 times now, I should say. The 1-1, and there's a little drag bunt hit over to third base, and Juan Soto gets on with a bunt single to start off the top of the third. Executed perfectly, and good thought as well. Bohm was not anticipating that. He was playing way over towards the left side. Even bobbled the bare hand, but he wouldn't have had a throw over to first. Kevin Long and the players. I mean, like, if you're going to talk about Kevin Long, too, you got to talk about the players because they've not executed at the plate. The pitch, and that is swung on and missed. But yeah, you're right. Kevin Long has definitely not done his job lately. No balls, one strike in the pitch, and that is swung on and missed for strike two. I think he ran hard last night over to first base. It's not going to make a difference. He really, I mean, as much as people are going to criticize that, he had a hot shot hit over to first base. It took a bad bounce. That probably could have been a walk-off hit if the second baseman wasn't shifted over towards that side. Just took an unlucky bounce. And I think he hustled. Remember, he's coming back from an injury. You know, like, let's not forget about that. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch on the way fouled off. There was a changeup. On the go with CeeLo is here. Make sure that you drop your link down below. CeeLo's going live at 2:10 to do Braves and Brewers. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Aaron Judge. 2 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the 1-2 is popped up. Hit out over towards the first base side, and it'll slice out of play. What's up, CeeLo? Make sure you go like and subscribe to On the Go with CeeLo if you are a Braves fan, and if you are also a big fan of NASCAR, my man is taking over with both of those things. He really is. CeeLo is not going live. Okay. Well, I was incorrect. Man. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Aaron Judge. LeMahieu with a grand slam off of Cristopher Sanchez in the top of the second. And the 1-2 is way outside and high for a ball. Two balls, 2 strikes. Judge did strike out in his first at-bat. And the 2-2 on the way. He strikes out again. Time he got a slider. Brett says, don't talk bad about the Phillies. Well, you can criticize the Phillies. You're more than welcome to, like, voice your own opinion. But just try to be rational. Like, saying that the game is over in the first inning when there's still 9 innings to go. I know that they've been losing. People thought that the game was over, though, like in the 3rd inning last night. And guess what? It took them till 12 innings. Did people anticipate that to happen? No. The pitch. Ground ball hit out over towards the right field side. And Giancarlo Stanton gets on with an opposite field single. So back-to-back innings where Stanton has gotten on with a single. And now Jazz Chisholm Jr. is coming up to bat. According to Diana Rossini and The Athletic from NFL, the Patriots have made an offer to Matthew Judon. Judon did miss yesterday's practice. And that's probably why. The pitch, and that's taken for a strike. He wants to get a revised contract. Jazz in 256 on the season. He's had 2 nights in a row where he's had a pair of homers. And the 0-1 fouled back. The 0-2 pitch, just a little bit outside. They have Gregory Devens on. He's the president and CEO of Independence Blue Cross. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-2 on the way. Line drive caught over at second. Flip back to first in time. A 4-3 double play to end the inning. Hot shot hit by Jazz, and Stott said, I'm going to double you up. And he did. And the inning is over. So we head to the bottom of the third. No runs, 2 men left. Wilson, Stubbs, and Rojas. 7, 8, and 9 all due up in the batting order for Philadelphia. Judon wanting a new deal after being hurt the year before is wild. Well, but we all know that like when he's healthy, he's really good. So I don't blame him for doing what's best for him. You know, he has to get paid somehow, some way, and everybody knows that he's a very good talent. So I can't blame him. You know. He has to do what's best for himself, and I'm sure that his agent probably had conversations with him about it. So, you know, you got to put your family first. Now they're the greatest thing since sliced bread. It's funny how the Yankees fans were running the team out of town on their losing streak not too long ago, and now they're the greatest thing since sliced bread. Yep, that's New York. But also, I mean, like, let's be fair. That's kind of been Philly fans, too. I mean, I don't mean to, you know, throw shade or throw anybody under the bus. There's another term for that I was trying to think of. But, you know, in the beginning of the season, it was like, well, we're going to win the World Series with this team. And now it's like, well, they're not even going to make it to the playoffs. There are people that actually believe that they won't even make it to the playoffs. It's just so extreme. And it comes part of as to being a sports fan. Would you say that there's more New York fans that are like that, though? Maybe. Because New York is a bigger state, and then you have North Jersey. Yeah. Maybe. Maybe that's fair to say. Pitch on the way, and that's taken low and outside for a ball to Wes Wilson. Wilson batting 192 with a homer and 3 RBI as well. And the 1-0, line drive foul. Yankees fans feel entitled to a championship every year. It's like the Lakers. Well, that's what happens when you have 2 of the biggest markets in the U.S. The 1-1, check swing, did he go? And they say yes over at first base. It's a 1-2 count now. Jim Wolf is the first base umpire. Speaking of gyms, and actually speaking of gyms, that sounds really good. Cheesesteak? 1-2 pitch. That's fouled off. Brett, come on. 1-2 pitch. And that is swung on and missed. And Nestor Cortes gets his 3rd strikeout of the day. One out, bottom of the 3rd. And the pitch, and that's taken for a strike. Thank you, Jesus. I was going to do it myself. 0-1. And that is taken low and outside for a ball. Phillies are in the dog days of summer slump, says Jose Serrano. What's up, Jose? Go to, and that's fouled off. You know what I just figured out? You said GTSY to Jesus. I just figured out what that means now. And I've had people text it to me before, and I figured that I would just know it. Whether that sounds right or wrong. But now I figured it out in that context. I'm proud of myself. I learned something new today about that. I'm always teaching myself new things on here. 1-2 to Stubbs, and he slaps it back. Jesus says, hey, everyone, glad to be back. I'm happy that you're here, dude. I'm happy that you're back. Good to see ya. GTSY. You did it, says Denver. I did. The 1-2 from Nestor. That's up high for ball 2. If we're going to talk about the Phillies collapsing, 2-2 pitch, and that is foul tipped into the glove for strike 3. We're in the middle of this, so like we don't really know how it's going to end. So I'm not going to say that it's like the Eagles. The Eagles, I said this yesterday. The Eagles were 10-1, and they lost 5 out of their last 6 games. They ended up the season being, 11-6. The Phillies would have to go under 500, like way under 500, and not even, and just barely make the 6th wild card, and then get swept if we want to compare it to the Eagles. That's how egregious it has to be. Right now, they're still way ahead of the Braves and the Mets in first place. So I'm not there yet. We still have 2 full months, guys. We do. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Fly ball hit out over to center field, and that's going to end the inning. It's a slump. They're not collapsing. A collapse would have to be a month and 2 weeks. So 6 weeks of just awful play where they're just losing series left and right. They've lost 6 in a row. Yes, that's not good. But in a football season, that's equivalent to 2.5. That's 2 to 3 losses in a row in an NFL season. Yeah, it's a slump. Really, the whole National League sucks. Everyone is playing 500 baseball. They are. KGB says, what really concerns me is that Thompson said, I don't think we need to tell them anything. Meaning Thompson's going to do zip about this. Well, if you listen to last night's press conference, Rob actually threw his players some shade in regards to his bullpen. He was like, I was more concerned about the walks leading up to the home run. That's what really concerned me, and we can't do that. So, I'm not saying that he's perfect. I've been definitely critical of Rob Thompson myself. But the players just aren't executing. Is that on Rob? No. The decisions that he's making, have they been bad? Yes, but ultimately, we said the same thing last year in the NLCS. While Rob made bad decisions, and you can't have Rojas hitting with the bases loaded in a Game 7 in the bottom of the 3rd, guess who didn't hold up their end of the bargain? The players. The hitting went cold. That's really what happened. That's why you lost. It's the same exact thing here. It's also hard to execute 162 games. Yeah, I mean, again, if you compare it to an NFL season, every week is a game. You know? It's just that we're so spoiled because we're seeing this team on an everyday basis. And when they're doing well, it's like, wow. Because they're playing every day and they just constantly win, we feel so good because they're in such a groove. And then this is the downside of when things aren't going so well. Because now it's like, well, they're going to lose the whole thing because you watch them every day and we're spoiled about that. Imagine if this was the Eagles. Imagine if the Eagles played 162 games in a season. Boy, oh boy. That would be insane. I think that the city would lose its mind if the Eagles lost 12 games in a row. But then they won 12 in the next 12 games. You know, that means that the NFL would have to play like 2 to 3 times a week or something like that. Just imagine. We would be a dumpster fire, says Jason A-Team. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cristopher Sanchez is facing Anthony Volpe. And the 1-2 swing and a miss. So Cristopher Sanchez gets a strikeout. That's his 5th strikeout of the game. That was much needed. So Volpe and Judge have both struck out twice. All right, so 4-0, top of the 4th. DJ LeMahieu with a grand slam back in the 2nd inning for the Yankees. That's how they got all 4 of their runs. Pitch on the way, and that is taken for a ball. The 1-0 pitch, ground ball, hit over towards the shortstop Sosa, and the throw over to first is in time. So now it's LeMahieu who's coming up. As there were 2 outs in the pitch, and that's taken just outside for a ball. Verdugo grounded out to short on the 2nd pitch of the last at-bat. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yankees are half a game behind the Orioles. They're both 64 and 45. Phillies are 65 and 42. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Frankly, there are probably too many games in the NFL regular season tough on the players. Oh yeah, I'm just saying, like, in like a different world. Imagine if this was the Eagles. Like, the Eagles actually played 163 games. 162 games. And they just went on a bad losing streak. 1-2 pitch. There's a grounder. Hit over to shortstop. Throw over to first is in time. And the inning is over. Brett, you're on thin ice from earlier in the chat. Yes. Yes. Just keep it clean on here, man. Keep it clean. That's all that we ask. All that we ask. Change in manager might be needed. At this point of the season, what's that going to do? And who are you going to bring in? Is baseball the longest season of any sport? Outside of the Big Four? No, baseball's the longest season. 162 games. And then NHL and NBA have 82. And then the NFL has 17, so yeah. Even if you wanted to include the Big Five, MLS doesn't have as many games. All right, bottom of the 4th coming up. Schwarber, Hayes, and Harper are due up in the order for Philadelphia. And by the way, this time for On This Day in Phillies history. All right, so we're going to give you our fun facts today in Phillies history. This, of course, is brought to you by Broad and Pattison. So today is July 31st. On this day back in 1994, Steve Carlton was inducted into baseball's Hall of Fame in Cooperstown. Manny Trillo makes an error in the 7th inning back in 1982 on this day. And that was in a game against Chicago, snapping a major league record of 89 consecutive errorless games. So Trillo did not make an error in 89 games until today on this day. Pitch to Schwarber, and it's fouled back. Also, Steve Bedrosian earned his 30th save of the season in 1987 on this day. And he was the first. That was the first time a Philly reached that mark ever. The ball is 1 strike. The pitch. That's taken for strike 2. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. We have 140 people tuning in. Let's get this 3,650 subs. Mod Squad, how many likes do we have? The 0-2 to Schwarber. High and away for a ball. Five seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-2 is inside for ball 2. Yeah, Idol, you're allowed to be negative. Just don't be irrational. Like irrational meaning like the game's over in the bottom of the first. 2-2. That's outside for ball 3. That's right, David. Even Jesus makes mistakes. Never gets old. Cortes on the bump. And the payoff to Schwarber. And he hammers it foul. That pitch was down the middle, too, and he knew he should have had it. 68 likes already. Let's get to 100. We have 130 people tuning in, so let's get to 100 likes. 3-2 pitch. Good eye by Schwarber as he gets on with a leadoff walk. And there's the first base runner today by Philadelphia. Austin Hayes will try to get a crack at it for Philadelphia. Now let's see how the Phillies can do in this situation. Pitch way up high for a ball. George! And now Austin Hayes. We'll look at pitch number 2. Let's see what's coming. The 1-0 way outside for ball 2. And it seems like Cortes has lost his command for now. That was a really good at-bat. Let's see if it could set something up. Schwarber does lead off again over at first base. And the 2-0 pitch to Hayes. Swing and a miss. Got a cutter that was running inside and high. It was really more so high. But MLB just tweeted out, you never know what you're going to get from a Nestor Cortes delivery. 2-1. That's outside for ball 3. And what they mean by that is, well, I didn't mention this, but there was a time where he literally was just, he had his back foot up the entire time for like 30 seconds. Well, 15. 3-1 on the way. Fly ball hit out over to left field, and that's going to go all the way towards the wall. Schwarber's going to stop over at third, and the throw to second is not in time. Torres thought maybe that Hayes got his fingertip off the bag, and Hayes may have overslid. They're going to see if the Yankees should review this or not. I thought he held on, but he overslid for sure, and a good throw would have got him out. So, they're not going to challenge it. There is a double, but thank goodness Hayes does get on over at second base. He literally almost overslid the bag and just barely kept his fingertips on the bag. Just barely. Whew. That could have been bad. And now it's Bryce Harper coming up. Can he come through? Is the question. Can he come through? Let's go. Nobody out. Bottom of the 4th. Charge. All right, got it. Thanks. Apologize. Thank you. Thanks, mods. All right. Are you guys allowed to hide users on here? I think you are. First pitch to Harper. Why do you swing at that? That was way off the plate. A foot off, and he still swung at it. Man. No balls, 1 strike to Bryce Harper. Hayes at second, Schwarber at third. The 0-1 to Bryce, way outside for a ball. It was a fastball. See those Harper emojis, let's go. Let's go, baby. Oh, Sheila, let me make you a mod. 1-1. Outside for ball 2, and it really should be a 3-0 count. Let's add you as a mod. I don't know why I didn't add you as a mod before. My bad. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch to Bryce Harper. And he fouls it back. It was right down the pipe. His timing is just so off. You can clearly see that he's in his own head. That's really weird. I'll have to look into that. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Harper up to bat, and the 2-2 is low and outside for ball 3. So Harper struck out in his first at-bat on a 3-2 count. Big payoff pitch coming up. Schwarber's at third, Hayes at second, nobody out. Bottom of the 4th. Cortes gets set, kicks, delivers the pitch, swing and a miss, and Harper strikes out on a fastball at the knees at 94. Right in his wheelhouse. And he pouts as he goes back to the dugout. This is a terrible slump for Bryce Harper. He crushes those pitches. Now it's Bohm who comes up to bat. And the first pitch, he grounds this one over to shortstop. And 1 run's going to come home. And the throw over to first is in time. So Schwarber does score. And heading over to third base is Hayes. But the Phillies do get a run back, though. And Bohm not too happy, but he gets an RBI ground out. First pitch, too. Here comes Nick Castellanos. Can the Phillies at least cut the lead in half? Cortes kicks, delivers, and the first pitch, swing and a miss. That was a fastball right down the pipe as well. Whoever said Robo Harper now is right. The balls, 1 strike to Castellanos. And the pitch just taken inside by a hair. Good eye. One ball, 1 strike. And the pitch, ground ball into left field for a base hit, and the Phillies are going to cut the Yankees' lead in half on the RBI single by Nick Castellanos. Run by run, inch by inch. And now the tying run is coming up to the plate. The pitch, and that's fouled off. The balls, 1 strike. Pitch to Sosa, way up high for a ball. Throw back to first, not in time by the catcher. Carlos Narvaez tried to pick off Castellanos. You know, my question is, where is Liam? Where is Liam been? He hasn't, like, been to any games over the summer. 1-1 to Sosa. Swing and a miss. Got a sweeper in his wheelhouse and just was early. The balls. Sorry, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2 to Sosa. Pops it up over towards shallow center field. They're losing it. And on the run, though, to make the catch is Torres for out number 3, or Volpe, that is. So Volpe had to be there to back up Gleyber Torres because Torres lost it in the lights. And the inning does come to an end. The Phillies do get 2 runs back, though, thanks to an RBI ground out by Alec Bohm and an RBI single by Nick Castellanos. So it's now 4-2 New York. That would have been so nice if he dropped it. Yep. I'm with you. What's up, Philly sports guy? Let's get a little unrealistic here. If Castellanos were to hit a walk-off in a Game 7 of the World Series and win, could he challenge Foles as the best Nick in Philly sports? I think that the best Nick in Philly sports would be Nick Nurse if the Sixers win a championship. But if Castellanos does that, then that'd be great. But if Nick Sirianni, okay, think about this. If Nick Sirianni pulled off like a Philly special, like a Doug Peterson, Nick Foles type of a thing, and he did that in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs or something like that, then he could be the best Nick in Philadelphia. Or imagine this, okay? Imagine if the Flyers go to the playoffs and Nick Seeler gets the goal that gets them into the playoffs. We have a lot of Nicks here, man. or Nick Delorier. But which one's more realistic? Nobody's overtaken Nick Foles. If the Sixers win, oh my gosh, people are too young to remember. That was a special time in 2001. They didn't win it, but here's Hunter Pence. He's in the booth. Look at Hunter Pence. He looks great, man. 4-time All-Star. Was a 2012 and 2014 World Series champion with the Giants. He's talking to T-Mac and John Kruk. The pitch, and that's taken for a strike. Oh, women's soccer leads at 1-0. Thanks for that score update. Don't forget, after the game, we're going to be doing the men's basketball game. The pitch, and that's taken for a ball. Nick Foles will always be number 1. Well, we'll see. One ball, 1 strike to Narvaez. I'm just trying to think of all the Knicks in Philly. 2-1. Fouled away. The odds are better with any of these other Knicks because there's just more Knicks now. You know, so probability-wise says that the odds are going to be really high for this generation of Knicks. 2-2 on the way. There's a line drive it out over to right field, and it's an opposite field single hit to Nick Castellanos. Maybe the Phillies should get Nick Williams back. We got a leadoff man over at first. Rex Phillies hat looks so cool. It's like a golden Phillies hat. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. We have under 50 people watching. I'm sure that not all of you have subscribed to the channel. The pitch, that's taken for a strike. So Gleyber Torres is up. Carlos Narvaez is the one that got the leadoff single here in the top of the 5th. Yankees lead 4-0 on the or 4-2 on the grand slam that was hit by DJ LeMahieu. Pop-up bunt, and it's going to be caught by Stubbs. Doesn't even have to take off the mask. And Torres with a terrible bunt attempt, and Stubbs able to get him out. And there's one away. Nick is talking Knicks. We hate the Knicks. We can't stand those Knicks. Come on, man. Just kidding. We allow all fans on here as long as they're rational. 1 out, top of the 5th. And the pitch. And that is swung on and missed. The snakes always come back in the garden, don't they? They do. The ball's 1 strike. The pitch on the way. And that is taken for strike 2. All he asks is just to keep it clean. Have a good time. Sit back, relax. Don't just be a bad person. The ball's 2 strikes to Juan Soto, and the 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called at the knees. 2 gone in the top of the 5th. That pitch froze Juan Soto. And Sanchez able to strike him out and get the 2nd out of the inning. And now it's Aaron Judge who's up to bat. The pitch. That is way inside for a ball. You ever see Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood from Saturday Night Live? I was thinking when I was talking about the trolls, the snakes always come back, boys and girls. 1-0. And that misses low for ball 2. Shout out to Eddie Murphy, man. Those are like the best skits of all time. That was before my time, too. But those are some of the greatest SNL skits I've seen. 2 balls, no strikes, the pitch, and that's low for ball 3. That's when Saturday Night Live was good. Like, really, really good. Two balls, 1 strike to Aaron Judge. And the 2-1, swing and a miss. Big changeup there thrown. And it's a 2-2 count. That SNL sketch is great. It really is. They always come back, boys and girls. 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. A hat trick of strikeouts today from Aaron Judge. And they've all come from Cristopher Sanchez. Wow. Bro, the fact that you even had Mr. Rogers laughing at those skits, that says that you're a G. As the kids would say, you're a goat. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Make sure y'all like. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel as well. Sanchez owns Aaron Judge. Silver lining Sanchez dominates the Judge. Love it. Love it. The Judge was on trial. And Cristopher Sanchez won that case. How does Sanchez have Judge's number? Well, I was going to look at this. I didn't really get a chance to look at this because I've had such a busy day today. Literally compacted. And after this game, we have to go right in to the men's basketball game. Oh, he's the GOAT. He is. But anyhow, I wanted to look at these stats here. Where is it? Apparently, Judge... Oh, wait, no. That was his first time facing him. I thought that he faced Judge last year, but I guess he didn't pitch last year to him. Huh. Come on, man. Oh, you retracted the message. G equals GOAT in my book. The pitch. That's taken for a strike. Wrong chat. How can you mess up our chat? The ball is 1 strike in the pitch. It's a cutter that swung on and missed to Wes Wilson. Nestor Cortes was 74 pitches, 72 coming into this inning. He's facing Wes Wilson. Phillies are on a 3-game losing streak, and they're 7.5 games above the Braves. The 0-2 to Wilson. Fly ball hit to deep left field, and it's gone. Wes Wilson able to take Nestor Cortes deep. And it's now 4-3 New York in the bottom of the 5th. Nice. That was a meatball right down the middle of the plate. How about great timing on this comment right here? That aged well. Hey, we'll use that as chalkboard material for Wes Wilson. Shall we do that? Pitch, swing and a miss. To Garrett Stubbs in the 0-1. That's outside for a ball. All right, dude, come on, man. The 1-1 popped up, hit out over towards the third base side and foul ground, and just can't make the catch. He had to turn over his shoulder, and he lost it. And he couldn't catch it, and Stubbs stays alive. He had it right there, and just could not make the catch. There we go. Thanks. Thanks, mods. Can't believe he lost that. Now send Bryce down the double A. 1-2. That's inside for ball 2. How about that? How about this is chalkboard material? Thanks, D. 2-2 pitch on the way, and that is slapped foul. So it's now 4-3 New York in the bottom of the 5th. And I thought that the people that said that the Yankees who hit the grand slam, I thought that the game was over. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball hit over towards the right side. Scooped up by Torres, and the throw over to first is in time. Thought it was over. What happened? Looks like they're back in it now. The Twins got 5 runs before an out was recorded in the 3rd inning today. They're up 6-2 against the Mets. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button as well. And Rojas takes a step out of the box, and the pitch was a ball. I've never seen that happen before. He tried to call for time, and the pitch was up high. He literally took a step out of the batter's box and was like, what just happened? And then he laughed at the umpire. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch to Rojas. He pops it up. It's hit out over towards the shortstop area. Volpe says he has it, and he'll squeeze it for out number 2. I've never seen anything like that happen before. A guy just steps out of the box and the pitcher throws it up, and it's a ball anyways. Maybe I should try to do that and see if I can get on base if there's a pitcher that's losing command of his pitches. Kyle Schwarber comes up, and he'll look at a strike all the way at 93 miles per hour. Schwarber's 0 for 1. He walked back in the fourth and scored a run as well. And the 0-1, that was clearly a strike, but Schwarber gets a gift there. It was at the knees. The 1-1 pitch to Schwarber. And he takes that one at the knees as well for strike 2. It was a slider. See the Schwarber emojis. Charge! One, two to Schwarber. Good eye. And it's a 2-2 count now. Two pitch. Way up high for ball 3. But see, Larry, no, when it happens to us, you can't say that. You can't say that. It has to be when it happens to the opposing team. Time called on the mound as Nestor Cortes wants to talk things over with his catcher. But yes, in an ideal world, you're right. You're absolutely right. But when it happens to us, we take it because good things like that never happen to us. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Kyle Schwarber. One swing of the bat could tie the game. The count is full. There's 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. It's 4-3 New York. And the next pitch outside for ball 4. And that's another walk by Kyle Schwarber. Man, oh man. He has to have at least 2 walks in each of his last 4 games. Something like that. D says, JJ. She was laughing. So now Austin Hayes is coming up. And the first pitch to Austin, he takes it all the way for strike 1. Good pitch thrown at the knees by Nestor Cortes. A daily walk by Kyle Schwarber. The 0-1 pitch to Hayes, and he pops it up. It's a foul ball. So that is the 3rd game in a row where Kyle Schwarber has gotten on with at least 2 walks. He's walked in 7 times in his last 3 games. Time called by Hayes. And he wants to talk things over. Darth, what's up here? What's up, man? Toss back over to first. It's not in time. Serena's here. What's going on, Serena? How you doing? And Darth, that was meant for you, too. It wasn't just meant for Serena. That was meant for you, too. The ball is 2 strikes, and the 0-2 on the way. There's a little tapper that's hit foul towards third base. Glad that y'all are here. Now the game can start. It was 4-0 Yankees on a grand slam hit by DJ LeMahieu back in the 2nd inning. The Phillies would then get 2 runs back in the bottom of the 4th on an RBI ground out by Alec Bohm and an RBI single by Nick Castellanos. And then in this inning, they got a solo homer from Wes Wilson. Schwarber's at first, 2 outs, the 0-2 to Hayes, outside. Phillies are showcasing their new sponsor of the Independence Blue Cross IBX over towards the left side of the shoulder pad. The 1-2 on the way, swing and a miss. And the inning is over. Schwarber tried to take second base, but he wasn't able to get an attempt because Hayes struck out, and the inning is over. But Wes Wilson does cut the deficit to 1 on a solo homer out to left. We go to the top of the 6th. All right. Did we get to 100 likes yet? How many likes do we have now? What are we at? We're at 84. 16 more, baby, till we get to at least a hundo. So let's try to at least break the century mark. 9 more subs until we get to 3,650 subscribers. I'd love us to get there today. Remember, after this game, we're straight up going to call the U.S. men's basketball game. So that's what we're going to do right after this. The game is about to start at 3 o'clock, and we'll just go on whenever this game is done. We're going to have to literally fly into the next stream. Probably should get my stuff ready for that now. Let's kind of do that as we go, shall we? Ads on the jersey are terrible. You'll get used to it. Just like we'll get used to the City Connect uniforms. I'm already used to it now. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I'm used to it. So sick of ads in general. Well, the sponsors got to get their money somehow. We got to get ads on here somehow. Or we got to get money on here somehow. So that's how we do it, through ads. You may not like it, but that's how we do it. All right. Giancarlo Stanton has the most active homers with 420 career long balls. Pitch, and that's taken for a ball. What bothers you more, the ad on the mound or the ads on the jerseys? 1 ball, 1 strike. Cristopher Sanchez kicks and fires, and that's inside for ball 2. I just don't want to get used to it. They aren't hurting for cash. I understand what you mean. 2-1, and that's in there for strike 2. I understand that. Two balls, 2 strikes, and the 2-2 on the way. Ground ball hit over to third, and Bohm has it, shuffles his feet, throws it over to first, and it's in time for out number 1. Tarpoo says it changes my, what does he say? It changes my life none. It changes my life none, whether they are there or not. Whether they are there or not. Man, English is hard for me sometimes. Even as a broadcaster, that's not good. Whether they are there or not. What do you call that? An alliteration? Is that an alliteration, or is that just a tongue twister? Here's Jazz Chisholm, who takes the first pitch for a ball. Second pitch coming up. It's a slider at the knees for strike 1. Jazz singled and then lined into a 4-3 double play to end the 3rd inning. So he's 1 for 2 today. Sanchez kicks, fires, and it's outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch, and that is tapped foul. I agree, Philly sports guy. I agree with that. Next pitch on the way. Ground ball hit over to first base. Harper has it, flips it over to first, and Chisholm is out. He tried to dive into first base. I thought he actually did get in there. But let's see on the replay if he won the relay and beat Sanchez to the punch. Right now they rule it and say that there are 2 outs. Jazz dove into first base. Let's see, did he win? Oh, it's so close. It is so close. That angle you can't tell because the cleat is blocking Jazz's hand. I thought Jazz may have just beaten it. No. They're not going to challenge it. 2 outs and the pitch, and that's taken for a strike. Honestly, I don't know if they would have had any sort of conclusive evidence to overturn it, so they're probably just like, you know what, we're not going to do it now. The 0-1, swing and a miss. It's an 0-2 count. Absolutely Denbrew. That's exactly who he is. The 0-2 pitch. That's a high chopper, but a foul ball. That's like how the Knicks feel about Tyrese Maxey is how we feel about Jazz Chisholm Jr. How Philly fans feel about him. The 0-2 pitch. There's a little cue shot hit over towards the left side of the mound, and Sanchez will just have to eat it up. And there's an infield single by Anthony Volpe. So maybe it was a good thing that Jazz was out over at first. Because instead of 2 runners on, it's just 1 runner on. I wasn't even advising for Jazz. But fans do feel that way. Some fans do. Dombrowski should have gone after Jazz, especially how much he's seen him over the years. I disagree. Pitch. That is swung on and miss. He fits well with the Yankees culture. He wouldn't fit with our culture. That's how I feel. I don't think he would fit with our culture. Yeah, but it's either like when times are good, they're good, but when they're bad, I think that it wouldn't mesh, you know. The 1 pitch, line drive it out over the left field for a base hit, and Verdugo gets on with an opposite field single, and stopping over at second base will be Anthony Volpe. Now DJ LeMahieu will come up, and we all know what he did earlier in the game, and I think Rob Thompson is going to make a change here. So 5 2/3, Sanchez is gone today. Cristopher Sanchez will come on out. I don't know who the Phillies are going to go to now. But Rob gives him a little pat on the tush, and we have a call to the bullpen. Who's coming in? Is that Ruiz? Now, do you agree with this move here? You think that Cristopher Sanchez should have been pulled, or do you think he should have kept him in? Because personally, I think Rob is making the right move by taking him out. I don't know who he's putting in. But DJ hit a grand slam off of him earlier in the game. There's 2 outs. Really, the second out was a very close play. And that could have been an RBI single. So, I'm fine with it. I think that you need to spice things up. Jason would have kept him in. It's understandable. Jose Ruiz is going to come in. Jose Ruiz against DJ LeMahieu. Can't trust the bullpen either. Yeah. My only thing, though, is that DJ hit a grand slam off of him earlier. And it seems like that DJ's had success off of Cristopher Sanchez, and the Phillies are in this game. So I'd rather go to somebody else because I wouldn't want Cristopher Sanchez to allow a 2-run double. I'd rather have it be somebody else. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe as well, and hit the bell icon. Whatever happened to Spencer Turnbull? He's injured. He's injured. All right, so Jose Ruiz is going to pitch. And the first one is way inside for a ball. Sanchez did a good job overall. Yeah, I didn't think he had a bad day. The only mistake he had was the grand slam and that whole inning. Turnbull. The 1-0, and that is fouled away. One ball, one strike to DJ LeMahieu. Ruiz looks back over at second. Now throws it back to the plate. And it's outside, and Volpe was dancing far off the bag. Wes Wilson was thinking about going over there, but Volpe was, I don't think he would have been out. 2-1 pitch on the way. Check swing. Did DJ go? They say yes, and it's a 2-2 count. The appeal was a swing. DJ is hitting 3 for 17 with 2 outs and with runners in scoring position this season. Has not had a good season. 2-2 on the way. Line drive it out over to right field, and that's going to go all the way towards the wall. 1 run's easily going to score. Volpe is waving home the next runner, and he will score 2. So it's now 6-3 New York on the opposite field. 2-run double by DJ LeMahieu. And that makes it 6-3. That was not a good pitch. You leave one out over the middle of the plate. You have him right on the ropes, and LeMahieu just puts the bat on it with ease, the barrel of the bat. And just not a good pitch there. Still think it was the right move. Just terrible execution there. Here we go. Up to bat now is Narvaez in the pitch, and that is low. The pitch. And that's taken for a strike. So Jazz had 5 RBI yesterday, and now it's DJ LeMahieu who has 6 today. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's now a 1-2 count. I wear glasses, but my hindsight is perfect, says Larry. There's your answer. Should have left Sanchez in. You're funny. Yeah, Ruiz didn't execute there. Right move to go with him. Just not a good pitch. 1-2 pitch on the way. Ground ball back up the middle. It's played on the bounce, though, by Wes Wilson. The throw over to first is in time. The inning is over, but DJ LeMahieu gives the Yankees some breathing room, and we head to the bottom of the 6th. It'll be Harper, Bohm, and Castellanos coming up. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. So there will be no post-game show after this. We're going right into the men's basketball game. The game starts at 3 o'clock. Let me make sure that it is on NBC real quick as we're in this timeout here. Oh, swimming finals is on NBC. Women's volleyball is at 5. Oh, no, they played at 11 today. I couldn't do the game, though, because I had this at 12:30. And I had to help my neighbor. Let's see. Men's basketball game. U.S. men's basketball. Nope. Wonder what channel it's on. I'll figure it out later. Alright. We'll have to figure it out later. Don't need post-game. Just flush the series down the toilet. Well, we are going to go on later and talk about the deadline. All right. Adios, Gabatza. Is that how you say it? Is that how you say your name? Gabatza. We go to the bottom of the 6th. And now Harper's up to bat against Nestor Cortes. Surprised he's still out there. First pitch is wide and off the plate. Harper going with the no batting gloves. Let's see if this helps. 1-0 pitch to Bryce. And he takes that one in the dirt for ball 2. Harper struck out twice today on 3-2 counts. 2-0 to Cortes. And that's a strike taken at the knees. Good fastball thrown by Nestor. Two 2-1. There's a fly ball hit out over towards right field. And Soto backs up, and he will just make the catch on the track. And there's one gone. All right, so we got a pitch and change here. As Nestor Cortes, his day is done. Bottom of the 6th, 1 out, and the Yankees will have a pitch and change here. Harper needs a break. Well, Harper will have a day off tomorrow. I think that these are just like, when it comes to Bryce, as weird as this sounds, I feel like these guys, like, that they still need the at-bats to, like, work themselves out of these slumps. You know? Because think about it like this. Your timing is still going to be messed up even if you take, like, a couple of games off. If it's, like, if it's, like, 2 to 3 games off, like, I feel like that's going to mess up your timing, and then it's going to make you a little bit even more off, you know? I've been trying to think about this from like different perspectives, because over the years, like we've said, you know, sit Howard for a day when he was struggling, or sit Ibanez, or like whatever it was. And I'm thinking to myself, well, in theory that makes sense, but if you're not seeing pitches and you're just stepping back into the box, and you want them to take like more than one game off. If it's just for one game, I can understand. But if it's for like 3 or 4 games or whatever it is, like, you need reps, because then you're at least gonna make it worse because at least you're seeing live pitching, you know? You're still focusing on your swing. Your timing might be off, but it'll probably be more off with a layover. You know? Yeah. If it's just one game, I can understand. But if it's like multiple games, I think that takes away Because in baseball, you need reps. You got to see pitching. But sometimes, I guess, at this point, sit the whole team. They're losing the games anyways. Yeah, so you're just saying forfeit the games. Call up the AAA team. The pitch to Bohm, and he pops it up over towards the first base side, and it goes out of play. Hey, JJ, what's the Phillies dugout look like? Confident or stretch? I can't see the dugout. I can only see what you guys are seeing on the TV. So if they do show the dugout, then I can tell you. I can't even see the field to see if players are playing back. Usually that's what I do when I'm calling a game in person. I can tell you how the defense is aligned and things that are going off the camera. The pitch, and that's taken for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Alec Bohm. Weaver is on the hill. And the pitch to Bohm. Ground ball, foul. Harper's seen a lot of pitches or so in the last 20 games. Yeah, if he sits for a game, I can understand, but sometimes it's just the nature of the game. Like, you're going to go through funks. That's just how it goes. And I know that he can bounce out of it. I've seen him do it. He hasn't had this bad of a stretch since Washington. Trey Turner was so cold last year, and then he got red hot. He didn't sit. He finally snapped out of it himself. 1-2 pitch on the way, and that's outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Alec Bohm. Luke Weaver on the hill. And the 2-2, and that's way outside for ball 3. This is more than a funk right now. He's ice cold. Look at Gunnar Henderson. Look at Adley Rutschman, guys. Adley was batting .290. And now he's batting like .263. 3-2 to Bohm. Fly ball hit out over towards deep center field. It's going back towards the track, towards the wall, and it hits off the top of the wall. Judge can't make the catch. Bohm's going to go over to third. Soto gets over to it. The throw is not in time, and Alec Bohm with a 1-out triple. So he is now over at third base with 1 out. Woosah. Baseball be like that, though. Yes. Woosah. It's one of my favorite words. So Alec Bohm gets on with the triple. And slides into third base. That was the same play that Brandon Marsh had, miscommunicating on where the ball was going to land. So now it's Castellanos, who had an RBI single earlier in the game, and the first pitch to Casti, he'll bounce that one foul. Gunnar has 2 homers in the whole month. Yeah, he has been ice cold on defense and offense. And we know Gunnar's a great player, but him and Adley, man, have been so awful. It's not just Bryce. It's going around. The 0-1, and that's low for a ball. Remember when Aaron Judge had that terrible second half after he put up like a .350 average and like 35 homers in the first half, like back in 2017? And his average at the year was like at .272 or something like that. 1 ball, 1 strike to Castellanos, and the next pitch swung on and missed. Phillies definitely could use a run here. George! Gunnar Henderson not getting paid like Harper, though. They're superstar talents. That's the bottom line. Gunnar's the future of Baltimore. and so is Adley. 1-2 to Casty, and that is a foot off the plate. Thrown by Luke Weaver. Five seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 2-2 to Castellanos, and he fouls it back over towards the first base side and out of play. Did we get to 100 likes yet, Mod Squad? Are we there yet? I know it's an afternoon game. Did we get there? We got to 100. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Time called on the mound real quickly. All right, we're going to raid Orioles Birdwatcher. I know that he has subscribers mode only, but he's come onto our channel over the last couple of days, and it's only respectful, you know? He's a great guy. 2-2 on the way. Ground ball hit over to third. This will get at least the runner home. The throw over to first is in time, but the Phillies do get a run back, though, on the RBI ground out by Nick Castellanos. It's now 6-4 New York. Okay. So at least it was somewhat productive, and now Sosa is coming up. Now, I wonder if the Yankees have to go to a closer. I wonder who it's going to be today. Pitch on the way to Sosa. Fly ball hit out over to right field, and Soto lost it, but Judge is there to make the catch. So Sosa, that's the second at-bat in a row where he hit a fly ball or a pop-up, and somebody lost it, but then the person that was there to back him up is the one that ended up making the catch. And we go to the top of the seventh. It's 6-4 Yankees. Phillies do get a run back, though, on an RBI ground out by Nick Castellanos. Okay. All right, let's go say hi to Orioles Birdwatcher. Do that. All right? If you aren't a subscriber, go subscribe to his channel. He does have subscribers mode only on his channel. But yeah, got to become a subscriber. He's been really nice to us. He's shown us a lot of support. All right, let's go say hi. They're even rooting for us.
All right, well, I guess he'll never hit a home run again.
Who?
Hey, JJ. Nice to see you, buddy. Swing and a miss by O'Hearn, and he goes down on strikes. One away. JJ, your game is on right now, isn't it? You guys going to rally and win this damn thing or what? We're rooting for you, buddy.
I appreciate that. We're rooting for you, too.
That would be great, JJ. That would be great. Is your game's, you still got plenty of time in your game, though, right? Aren't we playing like at the same time? Mountcastle fouls the first pitch away. 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the sixth. Mountie 1 for 2 today. He had that 2-run triple.
All right. Yep, you gotta subscribe to his channel first in order for you to say hi.
2.
It's okay, we'll try to do it again next inning. JJ's Raid says hi. We need to get them Yankees for you guys. I agree. I 1000% agree.
Come on in, get a feel for what I'm doing. Wait that 1 minute and get on in. Here's a swing and a miss. And down goes Mountie.
Let's go.
2 down in the inning.
Let's go, D. Let's go,
Mullins
Albert.
Coming up.
Nice.
Now you know what to do.
All right. That was weird. What kind of... So, what's that from? That sound effect he played. The ball is one strike, and the pitch on the way. Popped up, hit over towards the second base side, and Wilson's there to make the catch, and there's one out. I saw that you said on these replays, you got to go back because I do play like the air horn for you guys. One out, top of the seventh. Well, Rob did say that there wasn't going to be a lot of arms available today from the bullpen, so I'm not really surprised that Marte's out there now. Comes Juan Soto in the pitch, and that is way outside for a ball. Ready for the USA Basketball stream. Watching the Phillies right now makes me sick. Well, unfortunately, you're going to have to wait for the USA Basketball stream to start because Phillies take number one priority until the game is done. So it may be a little bit late. Pitch is taken for a strike. Does anybody know what channel the USA Basketball game is on? I think it's on cable, right? 1-1 pitch to Soto, inside for ball two. Marte has a 4.87 earned run average and 19 strikeouts. Two one, low for ball three. And that makes it now a 3-1 count. Darn. Yeah, I know. You'll have to wait. Yes, I expect that to be the case. I kind of understand why you want to put him up in this inning. I think they're going to save him for the eighth. 3-1, and that misses up high for ball four because you got Judge and Stanton coming up now. And then you got three lefties in a row, so I think that they'll save him for all the lefties. Showing the replay of Soto losing track of the baseball and Judge going over to the rescue to make the catch. All right, a runner on at first. One out. The pitch to Judge. Looked a little bit outside. And it's called a ball. 8 more subs until we get to 36:50. Aaron Judge hitless in 3 at-bats, and he has struck out all 3 times, and that was against Cristopher Sanchez. The 1-0, way outside for ball 2 at 97 miles per hour. Judge homered off of Marte in his only at-bat. And the next pitch is taken outside for ball 2. Absolutely it does, Lou. 2-1 pitch to Aaron Judge. Swung on and missed. And it's now a 2-2 count. If he could strike him out here, this would be huge. Time called by Marte. He wants to try to settle in here. I'm going down and away. I'm not going down and in. Let's see what he does, though. They're going to go high. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. They went high at 99. I am shocked. It worked. 4 strikeouts today against Aaron Judge. And that is a huge out. Wow. I'm shocked they went high. It was really towards the top third of the zone. Here comes Stanton, and he looks at the slider right down the middle. And it's an 0-1 count. I'm shocked he took that pitch. Wow, what a challenge. Darth said. I'm shocked. I'm shocked, too. I was thinking that he was going to challenge him, and it was. I would have gone low and away. But they got him, and that's what matters. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Went with another slider. That time it was lower, just below the knees. Basketball's on Peacock. Okay. All right. It's not on cable. The ball is 2 strikes, 2 outs, and the 0-2. That's low and outside for a ball. The 1-2 pitch, low and outside for ball 2. Huh. It does, it's on Peacock TV. 2-2 pitch, that's low for ball 3. USA B-ball will be on Peacock for the stream and USA for cable. USA, that's what I thought. USA Today. Thanks. I couldn't find it because my voice search was not working properly. 3-2 pitch on the way. Ground ball hit over to shortstop. And the throw over to first was a little bit high. Harper had to leap up. He made the catch and tagged the bag. And the inning is over. So Junior Marte gets out of the inning unscathed. And we head to the bottom of the 7th. 7, 8, and 9 due up in the order. How about this? 20 years after Matt Holliday's first career homer, his son Jackson follows with the first homer of his career. Now, was it on the same day? Is that the same day or no? That's not the same day. All right, it's time now for Phillies Trivia, which of course is brought to you by Ethan Baumholtz of Advisors Mortgage. If you're looking to purchase or refinance a primary residence, a second home, or investment property in New Jersey or PA, my guy Ethan Baumholtz has you covered. For personalized services, call Ethan today at 609-230-5558. The phone number and his email are in the description down below. And call Ethan today for your needs. I'm going to ask you a Phillies trivia question. If you get it right, you'll hear this. If you get it wrong, you'll hear this. Okay, so I wanted to ask you this question here. So my question that I have for you, it goes back to on this day in Phillies history, okay? Where is it? I had it. There it is. Okay, so I said before that Manny Trio made an error in the 7th inning on this day in a game against Chicago. Okay. Now, this game that he had, the reason why I say that he had an error in that game is because he had an errorless streak. How many consecutive games did Manny Trio go without making an error? Is the question. And I asked you this before. So if you were on here earlier and you were paying attention, I did say it. But just take a random guess. How many games did he not make an error before today? The pitch to Stott, and he takes it up high for a ball. So Wes Wilson, it was supposed to come up. Well, now with Bryson Stott to pinch hit. 35, nope. 62, nope. 69, you're very close, but no. 82 is even closer. 1 ball, 1 strike to Bryson Stott. And the next pitch, that was way inside, and he fouled it back. Zero. Incorrect. I've said this before if you were paying attention. One ball, 2 strikes to Bryson Stott. And the next one is up high. 89 is correct. Got it. So Manny Trio made an error on this day back in 1982. And that snapped a major league record streak of 89 consecutive errorless games. 2-2 to Stott. Line drive, hit out over to center field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. So now the tying run is coming up to the plate, and the Phillies Get a leadoff pinch hit single by Bryson Stott. That was pretty big there. Wonder if they're going to go with JT in this spot here. Probably not. But it'd be interesting. Stubbs is coming up to bat. Way to go, Jim. Way to go, everybody else that got that correct. First pitch to Stubbs. It looked a little high, but it's a called strike. And Brandon Marsh is waiting in the on-deck circle. He'll pinch hit for Johan Rojas. Toss back to first. And Stott just got back in there safely. Say, can you believe that? 89 games without an error by Manny Trio. And it was snapped on this day. The 0-1. It's outside and high. Throw over to first is not in time. The dude's here. Let's go, baby. We missed you. You got to bring the magic back, my guy. There he is. Welcome back. 1 ball, 1 strike to Garrett Stubbs. Phillies down 6-4. The pitch to Stubbs. Swing and a miss. Got a changeup at 88 miles per hour. USA scored. Let's go. 2-0 women's soccer. That's great against Australia. Let's go, baby. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Stubbs. The pitch on the way. Ground ball. High bounce over to first base, but LeMahieu gets to it, and he won't have to get the lead runner at second. He'll just get Stubbs himself, and Stott does a maneuver over to second base. I don't know. It is a work day, so let's not forget about that. You know, the game did start at 12:30. So let's not forget. All right, and now Brandon Marsh is coming up. Let's see the Marsh emojis. Well, we can wait on that because it looks like Aaron Boone's going to make a pitching change here. It's 6-4 New York. And boy, would it be nice if Brandon Marsh could come through. Miss you too. Work has its toll. I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does. We've missed you, man. After this, we will be going on for USA men's basketball. All right, right after this. So, it'll be on a different stream. I probably should pull that up right now as we speak. I will do that so that way we can just jump right on into it and make everything look very, very seamless. Okay? That's what we'll do. So we'll be on here until at least 5 o'clock. And then we have a post-game show that we'll do for the Phillies game, probably later tonight. And we'll talk about the deadline and all that stuff. Tyler says, I'll be watching. Who else will be on here watching USA men's basketball right after this on a different stream? Who else will be doing it? Let us know. I would love to see y'all there. Even if we just get to cover the second half, we're doing it. Joel Embiid has been moved to the bench for today's game for Team USA. Huh? I need more coffee, says Scott. Yeah. So do I. I've been literally running around like a maniac today. Spoiler! No, I'm kidding. USA will be up by 25 at halftime. Oh, no spoilers in the chat. Just kidding. Oh, man. Tommy Canley is going to be pitching, and he'll face Brandon Marsh. Let's see the Marsh emojis. The dude, you might honestly be the good luck charm here. Seriously. Phillies have really been coming back down to earth and have struggled over the last 3 weeks. They're looking to avoid a sweep. And if they do get swept, it would be the first time that that's happened this season. All right, so Marsh is coming up to bat. Has not been a good pinch hitter for the Phillies this season, but he is the tying run. First pitch to Marsh, low for ball one. George! George! The 1-0 to Marsh. Just a bit low, and Marsh thought about going. That was maybe the length of a baseball away from being a strike. If it was just a little bit higher, it missed by literally the length of a baseball. 2 balls, no strikes. Stott at second, and the 2-0 swing and a miss. Got a changeup that was heading towards the dirt, and it's a 2-1 count. Take a look at the out-of-town scores as we go into the next inning. That's what we'll do. 2 balls, 1 strike to Marsh. And the pitch, way outside for ball 3. Three balls, 1 strike to Marsh, and Schwarber is up next. Red light or green light, comment down below. The 3-1 pitch, he got the green light, and it was a changeup, and it would have been low. Good pitch, though. Can't lie, that was a good pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The count is full. Stott's at second. Can Marsh come through? The pitch just inside for ball 4. That was a big at-bat. I'm shocked he took it all the way. And he did. And now it's Kyle Schwarber's turn to come on up to bat. Wow. Tying run at first. Go-ahead run up at the plate as it's getting later in the game. George! Stott at second, Marsh at first. 1 out. The first pitch to Schwarber, outside for ball 1. And I like Schwarber up in this spot here because he's had a very good approach at the plate today. Can he keep it up? He's walked twice. 3 games in a row where he's walked at least 2 times. The 0-1 pitch, and that's taken all the way for strike 1 on the inside corner. 195 people tuning in. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. 8 more subs so we get to 3,650 subscribers. 1 ball, 1 strike to Schwarber. The pitch to Kyle. Just fouled off. Got a changeup right down the pipe and just missed it. He's not happy about him. He's not happy about that either. Looking for redemption. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Kyle Schwarber. The pitch to Schwarber, swung on and missed. He chased after a changeup in the dirt, and there's 2 gone. That was critical. Man, that wasn't even, didn't even have a lot of velocity to it. So now it's Austin Hayes who's coming up. A double in the gap would be something. Bottom of the 7th, 2 outs. Tying run at first. The pitch to Hayes. Swung on, lifted, out over towards left field. That's going back towards the track, towards the wall, and making the catch is Alex Verdugo. He hung on to it and just slammed right into the wall and sucks the life out of Philadelphia. And we head to the top of the 8th. So it's 6-4 still. Yankees lead it by 2. It went all the way towards the corner, and Verdugo slammed into the wall to make the catch. Wow. That was a gut punch. Wow. All right, here we go. Top of the 8th inning. Phillies still down by 2. They're still in this. Tanner Banks will be making his Phillies debut in the 8th inning. Just missed that home run by a foot. All right, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. If you want to donate to the channel, you're more than welcome to do so. Just hit that super chat button down below. Me too. I thought it was gonna. I thought it was gonna stay in the yard, but I figured that Verdugo wasn't gonna get there to catch it, but he trapped it down perfectly. Hunter Pence threw out the first pitch today for Philadelphia. So that was really cool to see. So now it's Tanner Banks who's going to be making his Phillies debut. And let's see how this goes. So they decide not to go with Alvarado against the lefties, Chisholm, Volpe, and Verdugo. Stott will now play over at second base. And Marsh moves out to center field. So Banks has a 4.13 ERA with the White Sox. First pitch on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards center field. Marsh comes running in and they'll make the catch. And there is out number 1. So 1 gone in the top of the 8th. Just on the first pitch. Pence is a rare guy who had 2 towns that absolutely loved when he was here. Well, Pat Burrell was another one. The pitch. That's taken outside, but it's a called strike to Anthony Volpe. Darpo! You know what to do. The 0-1 pitch. Ground ball hit over to shortstop. Played on a bounce by the shortstop, and the throw over to first is in time. So Sosa makes the nice play, and there's 2 gone. But yeah, Pat Burrell was another one. Houston loved Pence. R-U-N. Robo-umps now. Yeah. I like that. R-U-N. I like that. I like that a lot. First pitch on the way, taken for a strike to Verdugo. Second pitch. That was a strike. Check swing. Did he go? And they say no. Darth again. 1 ball, 1 strike. Verdugo's 1 for 2, and the pitch fouled away. I put some money on the Phils winning the World Series. Not a lot, of course, crazy or a decent bet. Honestly, I still think it's a good bet. I really do. Anything can happen, man. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Verdugo at the plate. And the windup in the next pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards shallow left center field. Austin Hayes will come running in and he'll make the catch. And the inning is over. Phillies are down to their final 6 outs. Harper, Bohm, and Castellanos, the meat of the order, due up in the bottom of the 8th. They have got to get something done here. Baseball would be awesome if it weren't for those pesky human umpires. Darth Pooh wants robots to take over the world, guys. He wants AI to take over. I'm kidding. He just wants them to take over the game of baseball when it comes to umpiring. That's fair. When it comes to calling balls and strikes. Not when it comes to outs being made. All right. 170 people tuning in. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Please tell your friends about this channel. Tell your friends, tell your family members. And again, we're going on after this game is done to do probably the second half of the men's basketball game. Wait, where is the USA channel? USA. USA. There we go. 550. Okay. I have to remember that. I mean, KGB, it went all the way towards the wall. It did. That was just a nice catch by Verdugo. I, for one, welcome our robot overlords. It's why I always say please and thank you to Alexa. She's the first wave and making a list. I love it. I love it. It's beautiful. 8 more subscribers, man. 8 more till we get to 3650. I think we can do it. All right. Bottom of the 8th. Big inning here for the Phils. Hayes did do all he could there. Yep. Mark Leiter Jr. is going to pitch. He has a 4.10 ERA. Played with the Cubs before getting traded at the deadline. Opponents are batting 197 against him. We find out Darth Poo is an AI robot overlord of these robot umpires. Darth Poo is not real. Darth Poo is Darth Poo is a bot himself. He's a human bot. That's why we love him. So this is how baseball dies, in thunderous applause. Hey man, that's how it gets remembered. Legends never die. Here comes Bryce Harper. First pitch to Bryce, and he pops it up. It's a foul ball, though, that's going to go out of play towards the third base side. Beep, boop, bop, beep, boop, beep. The 0-1 to Harper. Good eye. Check swing. Did he go? They say no. Over at third base. Charge! 1-1 to Harper. There's another foul ball. Got a splitter. Over towards the first base side. Just 1 for 5 against Leiter throughout his career. And the 1-2. It's a breaking ball that's in the dirt for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the next pitch to Harper. It's in the dirt for ball 3, so he's had 3 full count at-bats today. Struck out in 2 of them. What's going to happen here? Comment down below. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 3-2 pitch to Harper. Ground ball back up the middle. It's played on a bounce, though. Throw over to first is in time, and there's 1 gone. So they shifted him perfectly up the middle. That was Volpe that fielded the ground ball. And there's 1 out. Comes Alec Bohm to the plate. Phillies Sportscast says ground out. You probably heard that first. Pitch to Bohm, swing and a miss. It was inside and high. The ball is 1 strike. And the pitch to Alec. Strike 2 taken all the way on the inside corner. Tune in after this game to the men's basketball game. We'll be covering that next. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the 8th inning. Phillies down by 2. The 0-2 pitch. Outside and low for ball 1. Carlos Estevez is now warming up in the Phillies bullpen and will pitch the 9th inning. 1-2 pitch. Inside for ball 2. Orioles are demolishing the Blue Jays today, 10-4. The 2-2 delivery to Bohm. Line drive it out over to right center field, and that's going to split the gap and go all the way towards the wall. Judge gets over to it. Bohm is going to head on into second base. The throw, not in time. It was a good throw by Judge, and Bohm just got in there. Let's see if the Yankees want to challenge this. I don't know. That was a hell of a throw by Judge, though. And Bohm, I thought that he just got in there. I think he's safe. Are the Yankees thinking about challenging this? Are they looking at it here? I don't know, but that was a really good hit by Alec Bohm. Nonetheless, went all the way towards the wall. Judge made a perfect throw. It didn't even hit the ground, nothing, and I think he just got in there. I do. I think he got in there. They're looking at it now from different angles. It's hard to tell. Are they challenging it? Didn't even say that they were signaling for a challenge, so I can't tell. No. All right, he's in there. Stands up over at second, and now Castellanos is up. And the first pitch. Why do you swing at that? That was way off the plate. That's an 0-1 count. So tying run up. And Alec Bohm, man, if he was a second later, he would have been out. The 0-1 to Casti. That is low and outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Nick Castellanos, and 1 swing could tie the ball game. Sosa is up next. The 1-1 to Nick. Line drive, and that's off the glove of the second baseman. It goes out to right field. Bohm will score, and it's now 6-5 New York. Casti hit a rocket, and it just went by Gleyber Torres. He could not even field it properly. It went into right field, and it's a 1-run ball game. Another RBI from Castellanos. So tying run over at first base. And the Phillies are down by 1. Sosa comes up, stares at a strike at the knees all the way. Torres has really done not such a good job fielding over at second for them. The 0-1 to Sosa, way outside for a ball. Phillies have been providing a tease so far today just by staying involved in the game. What a ball game it's been. They were down 4-0, and they've trailed since then. The 1-1, good block in the dirt made by Narvaez. It was low and outside. Charge! 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch to Sosa. And he takes it at the knees for strike 2 as a sinker. I'm curious to see what Leiter's going to throw here. 2-2 pitch to Edmundo. Swing and a miss. Got a splitter right down the pipe. And there's 2 gone. Now it's Bryson Stott's turn to come up to the plate. The good news, if there's anything, is that at least they'll get to Kyle Schwarber in the 9th. At least. But let's try to tie it up here. Yeah. Yeah. I know. First pitch to Stott, and he takes it all the way for a strike. I know. I'm laughing at myself, too. The right side of the middle is wide open. The 0-1 pitch, line drive into right field for a base hit, and Castellanos will go on over to second. He's going to make his way over to third. The throw is cut off at second base, and the tying run is 90 feet away. All right. They've been down this whole game, and a base hit can tie it up. All right, let's see what happens. Time called on the mound, by the way. And Garrett Stubbs is coming up. At least his spot is due up. See those Phillies emojis? Come on. Come on, baby. I agree with you, Darth. I agree with you. He does. Bum. All right, so Stubbs is coming up. And the Yankees have Tim Hill loosening up in the bullpen, the lefty. They're saving him for Marsh and Schwarber. If Stubbs can come through here, boy, would that be something. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. Tying run at third. The pitch to Stubbs, and he fouls it back towards the screen. They don't want to do it because they know that he's going to have to play in the 9th, and they don't want him to have to catch for an inning. Now, Castellanos, or Stott, did go over to second base, but it was a foul ball. The ball is 1 strike to Stubbs. The pitch on the way. It hits Stubbs right on the ankle, and that's going to load the bases. Wow. We'll take it. And now it's Brandon Marsh. What's Boone going to do? Do you go with Hill? Marsh is being introduced. All right, he'll step right on into the box. And time is called, I believe. All right, let's go. Base hit could give the Phillies the lead. Estevez warming up, first pitch, and that is a beautiful curveball taken for strike 1. Just on the inside corner. Leiter with 24 pitches. Can the Phillies get over the mountaintop? The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. A splitter that was just low, and it's an 0-2 count now. Devon Caney says, Marsh, I'm begging you. No spoilers in the chat. No balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 to Marsh on the way, and he just fouls it off and stays alive. They don't want him catching the 9th. That's why they didn't do it. Castellanos at third, Stott at second, Stubbs on at first. The right side up the middle is wide open. The 0-2 to Marsh on the way, swung on and missed. And Marsh strikes out, and we go to the 9th. So it's 6-5, and we go to the 9th inning. LeMahieu, Narvaez, and Torres all due up, and they'll face Estevez. Okay. Honestly, they got the job done because now they get to go back to the top of the order. As weird as that sounds, I wanted Marsh to come through there too. I get it. But they get back to the top of the order. So the guys in the 8th inning, I think that they did their job overall. But Marsh has to be better. I can't lie about that. All right, top of the ninth. We're definitely going to be late for this basketball game. Oh, man. Not going to lie, I kind of want this to go to extras. I would love him to just walk it off in the ninth, but come on. Please. I'm okay with Schwarber and Hayes coming up. All right. Estevez just has to pitch a clean ninth inning here. That's all that has to happen. 5 more likes or subscribers so we get to 3,650 subs. Excuse me. What's the score of the basketball game, by the way? I'm going to rely on you, chat. What's the score of the game? We may just have to go on for the second half. What's the score? Anybody following? Carlos Estevez. All right, so ever since May 24th, he has not allowed a run. He has a .26 whip and 15 strikeouts in 19 games. Just pitched a shutout ninth inning, and I think we have a chance. Basketball game just started. It's 13-10 USA. Okay, how much time's left in the first quarter? South Sudan is playing better, says the dude. Oh, that sucks. It looks like the Yankees will have Clay Holmes warming up in the bullpen, and he's going to pitch again in the ninth. I'm surprised. Wow. DJ LeMahieu is going to come on up and lead off the top of the ninth for the Yankees. They lead at 6-5. The first pitch, ground ball hit over to third base, and Bohm has it, flips it over to first, and there's one gone. All right, so we'll probably get on for at least the end of the second quarter. No post-game show after this. We're going straight to the USA men's basketball game. That's what we're doing, okay? Just wanted to let y'all know. Nicholas Cox, thanks so much for subscribing. All right, 1 out, top of the ninth. LeMahieu grounded out to third, and Carlos Narvaez is coming up to bat. First pitch, strike one, right down the hatch. Top of the order coming up in the bottom of the ninth. And the 0-1 pitch, outside for ball one. Estevez was just acquired by the Phillies right before the trade deadline. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Went with a slider there, and that came at 88 miles per hour. Can Estevez shut the door in the top of the ninth and give the Phillies a chance? 1-2, swing and a miss. A four-seamer at 97 on the outside corner. A punch out, and there's two gone. And we head back to the top of the lineup. Just get Gleyber Torres out. 2 outs, top of the ninth, and Clay Holmes will pitch the bottom of the ninth after mustering the game up last night. First pitch taken all the way for strike one. No balls, 1 strike. Gleyber is hitless in 4 at-bats. The 0-1 pitch taken all the way for strike 2 was a slider right down the middle. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch on the way, outside for a ball. Came in at 96 on the gun. Let's get to 228 likes. We have 220 people watching. 1-2 pitch on the way. Ground ball hit sharply over to third. It was bobbled by Bohm, but he gets it over to it, throws it over to first, and there's a 1-2-3 ninth inning. Phillies are down to their final 3 outs. Schwarber, Hayes, and Harper are coming up. Do they have a miracle in them? That's the question. Comment down below, yes or no. Okay. I like our chances. Clay has not really done a good job. And the top of the order's due up, and Schwarber's had a good day today. I think that if Schwarber gets on, we really have a good chance here. All right, let's do it. Hello, everybody. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Score update of the basketball game. Comment down below. Oh, it's 17-12. 2:28 left to go in the first quarter. Okay, so we'll get on there maybe for the second. We'll see how it goes. Oh, boy. All right. Let's go. Come on. Can we rough Clay Holmes up? Can we rough him up? Schwarber, Hayes, and Harper combined today are 1 for 10. But Schwarber has gotten on base twice via walk. Also scored a run. Hayes had a double and a run scored, and Harper is 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. $19-12 USA. I care about the time too. But yeah, I see there's like 2 minutes left. After this, tune into our USA men's basketball stream and head on over to that. It's also on this channel. I probably should post the link down below. Clay Holmes is now going to pitch. Last night, the Phillies were able to tie it up. All right, so here is the link that you're going to go to right after this game. All right, let's do it. Clay Holmes is now going to pitch, and we're in the bottom of the 9th. Kyle Schwarber is coming up to bat. Swing for the fences. Let's go. George! First pitch to Schwarber. Outside corner, strike 1 at 96 miles per hour. No balls, 1 strike. Bottom of the 9th. Second pitch to Kyle. Ground ball back up the middle for a base hit, and Kyle Schwarber comes through with a single. Tying run on at first, and now here comes Austin Hayes to the plate. Wow, I'm surprised that he got a fastball right down the pipe. And it just went underneath the glove of Holmes. Charge! Here comes Hayes. Pitch number 1. Upstairs for a ball. Hayes did double in the 4th and just missed a homer his last time up. Has a chance to redeem himself here, though. 1 ball, no strikes. The next pitch to Austin. Swing and a miss. Swung right out of his shoes. Tying run at first. Thompson chewing his gum in the dugout. 1 ball, 1 strike to Austin Hayes in the next pitch. And that's a fastball taken right at the knees for strike 2. Bryce Harper's in the on-deck circle. One ball, 2 strikes. No spoilers in the chat. And the pitch to Hayes. Fly ball hit out over towards left field. That's going back towards the track. Verdugo, does he have room? He does, and he'll make the catch. And Schwarber is going to stay put over at first. Inches away. Inches. All right, Rento, I'm done. I'm done with you. I'm not playing with anybody, man. Come on. Barely missed it. Comes Bryce Harper to the plate with 1 out. First pitch to Harper. Ground ball hit over to second. The flip over to shortstop. There's 1, and the throw over to first in time, and that's the ball game. So Bryce Harper grounds into a double play, and the Phillies lose by a final score of 6-5. And you can even hear the boos in the stands. And the Yankees have swept the Phillies, and that's the first time this season that the Phillies have gotten swept. And they'll have to go back to the dugout, and on to Seattle they go. Another tough loss for the Phils as they got outplayed by the Yankees. The look on Rob Thompson's face does not look good. Wow. What a game, man. All right. I would love to stay here and chat. Please come on. Please come on and watch this basketball game with me. All right? DJ LeMahieu was the player of the game. Had the grand slam, of course, off of Cristopher Sanchez. And the Phillies lose this game by a final score of 6-5. I'm Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. And now we're going on to do USA men's basketball. All right, 31-14 in the second quarter. All right, see you in just a few moments. All right.